Welcome back, guys. This is MMA John. You can call me G. We got UFC 326 to break down, but before we get into that, let me recap UFC Mexico real quick. Now let's start off with the main event. Brandon Moreno versus Lorna Kavanaugh. Brandon, I don't know what happened. You couldn't implement your game plan. You couldn't take him down. You couldn't do absolutely anything, honestly. He beat you here arguably every round. What is there to say? Shout out to you, Lorna Kavanaugh. You did a good job. Marlon Vera versus David Martinez. Same shit, different day, huh? Cheeto, you let him win the first 2 rounds and maybe you won the third. Ultimately, David Martinez beat you. He outstruck you. He did his thing. Cheeto, you got to do something different. Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green. Now, Daniel, you made King Green look like prime Cody Garbrandt out there. The way he was avoiding his shots, he started emoting on you every chance he got. He just schooled you. Again, you lose to another old head. So Hubert, you're trash. I don't know what the UFC is going to do with you. Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunes. Chairez, you didn't look like yourself. I'm going to be honest. You looked a little off. You lost the first round. You won the second. And that third could have gone either way. I think this fight could have gone either way. But hey, shout out to you, Edgar Chairez. You got the job done. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Kevin Borralho. Now, I knew this was going to be a banger. Emmanuel gets dropped in the first and ultimately still wins by knockout. That was an epic fight. Emmanuel Rodriguez, you're a prospect. Kevin Borralho, I still like you. You always bring exciting fights, and I can't wait for your next fight. I hope they don't cut you. Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. Now, Santiago Luna ends up winning a decision here. Impressive performance coming from him. Angel Pacheco, he survived all 3 rounds. He didn't get finished. Shout out to you on that part. But Santiago Luna, you're definitely going to be a problem in the future. Ryan Gondra versus Jose Medina. Ryan Gondra slaps Jose Medina up in 40 seconds, earning him that knockout victory in the very first round. Ryan Gondra, you look good, but at the end of the day, it's against Jose Medina. Jose Medina, I would cut you. Aileen Perez versus Macy Chiasson. Aileen Perez did her thing. She took her down, controlled her on the mat, and landed the better strikes. Ultimately, she ended up winning a decision here. Macy, got to work on your game. Aileen Perez, she called out Tracy Cortez. Give it to her. Why not? Christian Quinones versus Chris Montanijo. This fight was garbage. Christian Quinones ended up winning a decision here. We kind of all expected a knockout, but Christian Quinones turned into a wrestler, come second or third round, and just coast the entire time, while Chris was running around trying to avoid those major strikes. But overall, boring fight, trash fight. Let's move on. Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. Now, Javier Reyes got the job done by knockout, but unfortunately, he still showed flaws in his game. Ultimately, still showing that he's ass. The 40-year-old guy almost dropped him, almost finished him. And unfortunately, we can't have that in the UFC level. Javier Reyes, work on your game, and we'll see what's next. Regina Tyron versus Ernesta. What can I say here? Regina, you fought your ass off. You showed that Mexican spirit. You showed that Mexican heart. And you got the dub. Francis Marshall versus Eric Silva. Francis Marshall easily submits Eric Silva. Eric Silva, you got to cut your bum ass. And for the last fight, Damian Pinas destroys Wells Schultz by knockout in the very first round. Now that we're done with the recap, we can move on to UFC 326. And we're going to start this breakdown video with the main event of the evening for the BMF title, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Now for this fight, guys, hear me out. I am a bit biased. Max Holloway is my favorite fighter in the UFC, so take my pick with a grain of salt here. Max Holloway should get it done by knockout or decision. Better striker, better combinations, and I see him dictating the pressure and pace of this fight, ultimately outlanding Charles Oliveira on the feet. Now I know, Charles Oliveira, great submission guy. If the fight goes to the ground, it might be rash for my boy Max Holloway, but every fight starts standing on the feet. Like Max would say, it is what it is. Give me Max Holloway to get it done by decision or a late round knockout. Next fight up, we got Caio Borralho versus Reinier Del Ritter, aka RDR. Both guys coming off losses. Caio just came off a loss against Imavov, where it was a tight stand-up war, but Imavov landed the more impactful shots. And RDR against Allen, where he just simply quit on the stool and he couldn't go anymore. To be fair, RDR said he was sick, but I don't know what to believe. I'm leaning Caio Borralho in this fight. He can implement his striking and stay away from the submission attempts of RDR that's going to attempt. Test that cardio and drag RDR to the late rounds. As for RDR, he has to use his size and his physicality against Caio. He should apply that pressure, try to smother him in the cage, and ultimately try to drag him to the ground where he can land his big shots and attempt those submissions. Ultimately, this should be a great fight, but I'm leaning Caio Borralho to get it done by decision. Next fight up, we got Rob Font versus Raul Rosas. It should be a solid fight. We got Rob Font, the veteran, who uses his primary boxing skills to get the W's. He has a good jab, solid cardio, and some good wins on his record. But recently, he's 2-3 in his last 5 and is now 38 years old. As for Raul Rosas, young prospect, 21 years old, great wrestling skills, and is now 4-1 in his last 5. And I think he should get the win here. Historically, Rob Font isn't the greatest against wrestlers. He gets taken down a lot. I see Rosas Jr. attempting multiple takedown attempts, getting Rob Font to the ground, controlling him on the mat, and possibly getting that submission victory on the ground. Rob has to use his jab and try to keep Raul Rosas at bay, but good luck with that. Give me Raul Rosas to get it done by submission or decision. Next fight up, we got Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Now this is a dangerous fight to bet on. Both fighters have been finished before, and both of these fighters have a lot of knockout victories combined. Drew Dober is 2-3 in his last 5, with 2 of them being 2 KO losses, while Michael Johnson is 4-1 in his last 5 and is currently on a 3-fight win streak. He's building momentum, and with that being said, Mike's going to be the pick. I think he has the better overall hands and the better overall stand-up. I see him using his striking and his range to control the fight. He should land and throw the more shots, ultimately looking like the more active fighter during the fight. I know he's a bit chinny, but I got him avoiding some of Drew Dober's strikes and ultimately getting the win here. As for Drew Dober, he has to close the distance, create that pressure, land the more impactful shots, and hopefully chin Michael Johnson. But give me Michael Johnson to get it done by decision. Next fight up, we got Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. Now with this fight, guys, they fought before. Bruno did knock him out in the first round a couple years back. But this time, things are a little different. Ever since that first fight, these guys have been winning and climbing up the rankings. Can Bruno do it again? I don't think so. I think Gregory Rodriguez gets it done this time. He has improved a lot since their last fight. I see him using his height and his reach advantage against Bruno, but this time he's definitely aware of that power that Bruno possesses. He should develop a good game plan to get the W here against Bruno. As for Bruno, he has also made improvements, beating big names like Marvin Vettori, showing now that he has the cardio to push the pace against fighters. But I think he struggles here. I think his best path to victory is to be very aggressive against Gregory Rodriguez and to possibly get the knockout win again. I don't think Gregory Rodriguez is going to let you get in close. Not like the first time. I think he's going to keep the distance, jab you up, hit you with some straights, and keep you at bay using that distance control. I got Gregory Rodriguez to get it done by knockout or decision. Next fight up, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. Now with this one, it's going to be another biased pick for me. I'm going to go ahead and pick Cody Garbrandt to get it done by decision or a late round knockout. Now hear me out. I know Cody Garbrandt is shitty. Long Zhao probably has the capabilities to knock out Cody Garbrandt, because at this point, who doesn't? But anyway, I got Cody Garbrandt to get it done. I think he definitely outstruck him on the feet, avoid some takedowns from Long Zhao. Recently, Cody Garbrandt has been looking pretty decent against takedowns. Unfortunately, it's when you get him down there that he can look pretty shitty against submission attempts. But when it comes to the actual takedown attempts, he's been able to defend most of them. I think Long Zhao definitely needs to take him down here to secure the victory. I don't think he'll be able to. I don't think he has the great takedown accuracy to do so. I think Cody Garbrandt's going to land the better shots, land the better combinations. Again, like I said, avoid the takedowns and ultimately win a decision here. Long Zhao is a decent opponent. Cody Garbrandt, all I'm asking you is for you to turn the clock one more time. Bring Prime Cody out for one more time. Get this victory here. Let's call it a day. Give me Cody Garbrandt to get it done by decision or a late round knockout. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. I'm not going to waste your time. Dante Johnson should get it done by finish in the very first round. And if he doesn't get it in the very first round, he's going to get it eventually. Cody Brundage is trash. Our next fighter, we got Berto Montes versus Ricky Torcios. Berto Montes is making his UFC debut here. A great submission artist with solid striking. Ricky, on the other hand, isn't really the greatest. He's a weird, awkward, unorthodox striker who throws a lot of volume, but ultimately can't really get the wins. I think Ricky continues to struggle. I really haven't seen improvements from this guy, but he's fighting for his job here. If he loses here, there's a big possibility he'll get cut after this fight. So he might be pushing the pace. He might put up a great fight against Alberto Montes. But give me Alberto Montes. I think his striking is going to ultimately set up the takedowns, and the takedowns are going to ultimately set up the submission. So with that being said, give me Alberto Montes to win by submission. Next fight up, we got Cody Durden versus Naim Jargo, Tumen Dembarral. This fight should be solid. I can't trust either of these fighters, to be honest. Cody Durden is a solid, gritty fighter. Got that dog in him. But is currently 1-4 in his last 5 fights in the UFC. And Naim Jargo, he's a decent submission artist coming off the road to UFC. This fight can go either way. I'm going to go ahead and lean Tumen Dembarral for the pick, but I wouldn't touch this fight. Cody Durden definitely has the tool set to get the job done here. All he has to do is take down Tumen Dembarral and avoid being submitted. If he can do that and land some shots while he's on the ground, he can definitely get the win here. As for Tumen Dembarral, use his striking ability to his advantage. Outstrike Cody Durden, take him down to the ground if he needs to, and implement that submission game that he has. And I think Tumen Dembarral can definitely do that. Give me Naim Jargo, Tumen Dembarral to win here by decision or sub. Next fight up, we got Suma Darji versus Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar is a dog, and we keep doubting this man. He's a solid submission artist, and he's going against Suma Darji, who only loses by submission. But I'm going to be honest, that reach advantage scares me. And if your only path to victory is to land that finish, I have no choice but to pick against you. I know I said we keep doubting you, Jesus Aguilar, but Suma Darji should get it done here. Use that 10-inch reach advantage against you. Keep you on the feet. Avoid being taken down. And then ultimately win a decision here. Jesus Aguilar is a solid fighter, but it's hard to pick him here. Give me Suma Darji to get it done by decision. Next fight up, we got Rafael Tobias versus Dayar Nagoye. And I'm going to be honest, this guy Dayar, he's trash. 0-2 in the UFC, both coming from submissions. I think he has no chance. Give me the young prospect, Rafael Tobias, to sub him or possibly TKO him on the ground. Dayar, you don't belong in the UFC. I'm not going to waste my time with this breakdown and in this fight. Rafael Tobias, a little bit unproven, but we'll see what you could do against this bum-ass guy in Dayar. That being said, give me Rafael Tobias to get it done by knockout or sub. Next up, we got Gaston Bolaños versus Jung Young Lee. And for this fight, guys, I got Jung Young Lee. I think he's a better overall fighter. Gaston Bolaños is just a striker. He isn't the greatest when it comes to grappling. And I think Jung Young Lee is going to expose that. Jung Young Lee should take him down, gain some control time, beat him up on the ground, and ultimately win a decision here or get that late round sub. So with that being said, let me get just that. Jung Young Lee to win by decision or a late round sub. And for the last fight of the breakdown, we got Luke Fernandez versus Rafael Bellato. Now with this fight, Bellato sucks. Luke Fernandez is unproven. So I guess we got a fight on our hands, right? I'm going to go ahead and lean Luke Fernandez to knock out Rafael Bellato. My only concern here is Luke Fernandez only has 6 fights total on his record. 5 of them come by finish and 1 by decision. Meanwhile, Rafael has like 15 total fights. There's a big experience gap here in this fight. That's my only concern. Bellato has been struggling lately, and he has been KO'd in the past by Victor Petrino twice. And recently, he hasn't been looking good at all. I kind of have no choice but to go with Luke Fernandez. Give me the young prospect from Dana White Contender Series to get it done by knockout. He could possibly win by decision here too. But for the official pick, give me Luke Fernandez to get it done by knockout. That's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.